demand on your care, common mood issues in older adults. Mr. O and his family. This is Mr. O. He has hypertension, and lives with his wife who has dementia. His son, Jack, although not living with them, comes back regularly for meal. He noted that his father has become more tired and social withdrawn in the past 3 months, with such somatic complaints as loss of appetite and poor sleep. So Jack asked his friend, who was a healthcare worker, for coping advice. After initial investigation, Jack's healthcare worker friend suggested that Jack should talk with Mr. O for more information, and should actively listen in a non-judgmental way. Guide Mr. O with proper expression of emotion. Acknowledge Mr. O's sacrifices and difficulties when coping with Mrs. O. After several talks with Jack, Mr. O finally revealed, "Your mom's condition has deteriorated recently. Her memory is getting worse, and she cannot control her urination. She repeatedly goes out to buy things that she already bought. I worry about her safety, and I'm cross about her wasting money. When I ask her questions, she has no response at all. Maybe I didn't give her adequate care, or didn't know how to take care of her. With all those aches and pains in me, I feel so worn out." Mr. O went more concerned as he talked. He understood that children were busy at work, or needed to care their own families. Given his own and his wife's health, he had planned their going to residential care home for their rest days, yet worried that residential care home might not offer good care. He was also concerned that costly hospitalization would burden him or his children. Another concern was his fear of no visits after hospitalization, and fear of being isolated and left alone by the family. Haunted by these thoughts, he became so anxious and restless that he found himself difficult to concentrate, together with complaints of poor sleep and memory, tense muscles, gradual loss of appetite, and reduced weight. As for Mrs. O, due to dementia and chronic illness, she has functional limitation and cannot express her complaints properly, causing even greater challenges in communication. After learning this, Jack notes that Mr. O has been bothered by various difficulties in his coping with Mrs. O. So he addresses to Mr. O that caring Mrs. O is not only his responsibility, but everybody's. Moreover, Jack actively seeks for community resources, so as to help cope with both Mrs. O's and Mr. O's mood issues. Every day, each of us meets various challenges or pressure. Stress is not likely to bring significant impacts to our mind and body, if managed properly, and may even become our initiatives under certain circumstances. But if improperly handled, stress may lead to mood, physical, behavioral, or even mental problems. In mild or simple cases, there might be minor sleeping, or mobility problems, or a bad mood. But when it becomes serious, people are likely to suffer severe emotion distress, or even depression, with following symptoms. Mood issues. Functional issues, such as sleeping difficulties, often difficult to fall asleep, frequent tiredness, loss of energy, loss of interest and pleasure, or failure to concentrate. Suicidal thoughts in more severe cases. In Mr. O's case, it is suggested that his stress mainly comes from his coping with his wife who has dementia, including fear of death and aging process for himself and his wife, feeling sad and guilty, and blaming himself for not providing adequate care when the patient's condition worsened, instead of improving, inadequate knowledge and skills for patient caring. Family members may not be willing to share the caregiving tasks and responsibilities. Heavy financial burden, due to long-term medical expenses. Lack of or unfamiliar with social support and resources. Lack of life goal, due to the demanding task of caring his wife, feeling of social isolation and out of touch, loss of confidence and self-worth, sense of loneliness and hopeless. In the next chapters, we will review possible non-pharmacological options, other than pharmacological ones, to manage mood issues.